Hello, and welcome to the Venue Coach Blueprint for Owners. I'm Kyle Labar. This podcast is all about helping you fill your wedding venue with more bookings, earn more from each one, and keep your customers happy for a long time. We'll also talk about some tough times and big lessons that I've learned along the way. Let's dive in together and make your venue the best spot for weddings. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Venue Coach. Today, I wanted to talk about odd requests from prospective couples and how we like to handle those and navigate that whole possible, well, I don't even know the word. But we've seen a number of odd requests, and we've seen some that aren't odd to us, but every couple, well, not every couple, but many couples will come in and they, oh, we have a thing, and whatever that thing is, it can be, oh, can our dogs be the ring bearers? Can we do do you allow electric bulls? Recently at one of our venues, we were asked if the bride could ride her horse down the aisle, outside ceremony, and also asked if she could ride the horse through the venue. And so I wanted to talk about just our approach that we take when we get some interesting requests, because everybody, listen, this is their big day, right? This is one of the biggest days in their life. They don't do this, but hopefully one time in their life. And so people want to make it special, make it stand out. They want to do things that will just make it their own and something to remember. And so what I like to do when these types of requests come in is I like to just play it up. Just be excited for them. And so for instance, with the horse, I actually happened to be doing the tour, and when they asked, I said, wow, that something like, oh, wow, that sounds really majestic. That would be so cool, and we would just have to work through the logistics of something like that. And at this time, we were only talking about the outside, and so I just said, I don't see a problem with that. You get the horse up on the veranda and then walk it down, and as long as the horse isn't crapping everywhere and things like that, as long as there's no damage or a horse crap everywhere, then not a problem. And so, oh yeah, that we'll have someone nearby, and we'll make sure it's all cleaned up and all this, and we have a trailer, and so the horse, once the ceremony's done, the horse will go back to home, and cool, that, yeah, not a problem. And then later is when they asked if the horse could pass through the venue, and I took a pause at that point and said, you know, we I think it's possible. But my main concern is that we don't damage the floor. And they said, "Oh yeah, we have these rubber boots that we put on or rubber hooves or whatever it's called. I don't know. I'm not in that realm. I don't know horses and that sort of thing. But um, they said they had these rubber coverings, rubber shoes, and I said, "Great. Well, yeah, I think if we could get the horse here, we could." We could test under a inconspicuous spot on the floor and see how it does, and if there's no damage, then no problem. So just we like to be very accommodating, and I'm not saying that this is the right answer for everybody, but what we like to do is remember that we're in service of them. And so now if they ask for something like, can we smoke in the building? Things like that. No. You can do that outside. That's not a problem. But things like this, like we had a mechanical bull, I mentioned that earlier. And we've had dogs, and I can't even remember everything. Some of the things just aren't even that odd, but just the initial response, if it's more collaborative than just shut it down or, oh, interesting, yeah, I'd have to check on that. If you're more excited about the prospect of it, even if you aren't, uh, that puts them in a better frame of mind. Like, oh, they're really trying to work with us here. And really, even if the answer is no, and sometimes that might be the determination between you and somebody else, as somebody who says yes. But even if you and someone else says yes, if they feel more validated from the other venue who, oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Let's make it happen. I think that that could definitely work. We just need to work through the logistics. And so sometimes that can be a deal stopper for couples, and sometimes how we respond to things can also put off bad vibes and be a deal stopper as well. And so we've seen that typically when those odd requests come in and we're more amenable and more excited about whatever it is that they're wanting to do, and approach it in a spirit of collaboration, then we see a greater positive response from them, and then ultimately we wind up getting them as clients. And so I don't know if that's correlation, not causation, but how correlated. I think there's some good correlation there. So I hope that this was useful for you. If you thought so, like and subscribe. Share it with somebody who might find this useful as well. And if not, check out the next one. You might find something there. And I will catch you later.